What if Kevin Durant, Russell Westbrook, and James Harden never left OKC? I kept them together as a big three for their entire careers. Could they become the greatest dynasty in NBA history? Let's find out. It's the 2010-11 NBA season. A young Oklahoma City Thunder squad is on the rise, led by Kevin Durant in his 4th year, Russell Westbrook in year 3, and James Harden still coming off the bench as their 6th man. But in a league dominated by super teams, the challenge ahead is daunting. LeBron, Wade, and Bosh have teamed up in Miami. The Celtics are still a powerhouse with KG, Pierce, and Allen. And Kobe and Pau are looking to defend their championship in Los Angeles. Can this young Thunder team with their 3 future MVPs rewrite history if they stay together? Let's sim this first season and see what happens. Year 1 is in the books, and the Thunder wasted no time proving they're a dynasty in the making. Behind Kevin Durant and Russell Westbrook, who both earned All-NBA second team honors, OKC shocked the league with an astonishing 70-12 record. At just 22 and 21 years old, KD and Russ are dominating, but the question remains, can they carry this momentum into the playoffs and take down the super teams of the league? Before we get into the playoffs, this is how the stats look like for OKC, as KD led the team in scoring, averaging 28.5 points, 7 rebounds, and 2.5 assists. Russ was second in scoring, averaging 21.5 points, 6.5 rebounds, and 10 assists. And James Harden off the bench averaged 17.8 points, 3 rebounds, and 2 assists. The Thunder's dominance carried into the playoffs as they cruised past the Western Conference, proving their young core was ready to compete with the league's best. Now the stage is set for an epic clash in the NBA Finals. KD, Russ, and Harden versus LeBron, D, Wade, and Bosh. It's the ultimate battle of the young guns versus the most feared super team. Can OKC's big three cap off their incredible season with the championship, or will Miami's star power prove too much to handle? Let's find out. We're simming this finals game by game, as Miami takes game 1, OKC takes game 2, OKC takes game 3, Miami bounce back for game 4, OKC takes a pivotal game 5 and could potentially end this series. And history has already been shifted, because it will be the OKC Thunder beating out the Miami Heat in 6 games to win the 2010-11 NBA Finals. And it was Russell Westbrook winning the Finals MVP, as he had insane averages of 30.8 points, 8.7 rebounds, and 9.8 assists. KD and Harden also had a very good final series, as KD had averages of just under 27 points, 5 rebounds, and 1.5 assists, and Harden off the bench put up 18.5 points, 3 rebounds, and 1 assist. After taking down the Heat and securing their first NBA championship, the Thunder are no longer the young underdogs. They're the defending champs. KD, Russ, and Harden have proven they can dominate the league, but now the target is on their back. The 2011-12 season is here, and every single team in the league is looking to dethrone OKC. Can the Thunder's big three handle the pressure and stay on top of the league and chase greatness by going back to back? Or will the way of being champions bring new challenges they've never faced before? Let's find out as they begin their quest to repeat. Year 2 of the Thunder dynasty is in the books, and once again they've set the league on fire. Kevin Durant and Russell Westbrook both earned All-NBA 3rd team honors, as KD had averages of 27 points, 7.5 rebounds, and 2 assists, and Russ had averages of 21 points, 6 rebounds, and 9.5 assists. Not to mention, this was Harden's first year as a starter, and he did not disappoint, putting up numbers of 21 points, 4.5 rebounds, and 3 assists. But the real story is that OKC has outdone themselves, improving on their already legendary 70-win season by finishing with an unbelievable 71-11 record. They've proven they're no fluke, but can they turn their regular season dominance into postseason glory once again? The road to repeat begins now. The Thunder have done it again, dominating the Western Conference and storming back to the NBA Finals, but this time the stakes are even higher. Waiting for them, the Miami Heat, fresh off their own historic season with a 72-10 record. LeBron, Wade, and Bosh are out for revenge after last year's defeat, and they've only gotten stronger. 2 teams, 2 unstoppable forces coming off 70-win seasons. It's the ultimate showdown of dynasties in the making. Can the Thunder cement their legacy and repeat as champions? Or will Miami's big three finally finally get the redemption. The rematch we've all been waiting for starts now. It's time to sim this finals as OKC takes game 1. OKC takes game 2. Miami bounces back for game 3. And OKC takes game 4 as they are now up 3-1 in the series. And it will be the OKC Thunder completing the back-to-back as they beat out the Heat in 5 games to win the 2011-12 NBA Finals, as OKC's Big Three have now won their second NBA Finals. And once again, it is Russell Westbrook taking home the Finals MVP as he just absolutely dominated, having averages of 28 points, 3.5 rebounds, and 11 assists. KD and Harden also had very good performances in the Finals as well, as KD was the leading scorer, having averages of 33 points, 7.5 rebounds, and 3 assists. And James Harden put up just under 22 points, 4.5 rebounds, and 2 assists. OKC has done the unthinkable. Back-to-back champions, taking down the Heat's Big Three not once but twice. KD, Russ, and Harden are no longer just a young core with potential. They are a dynasty in the making. Now that the 2012-13 season begins and the stakes couldn't be higher, no team has three-peated since the Shaq and Kobe Lakers. Can OKC's Big Three handle the weight of history and the growing pressure of being the team to beat? Or will the dream of a three-peat come crashing down? It's all or nothing as they chase immortality. Here's a quick look into the league and how things are starting to shape out, as you got teams like the Milwaukee Bucks trying to build something with a young Brandon Jennings and Kawhi Leonard. The Cavs were not able to draft Kyrie, but they did get the second half of the Splash Bros in Klay Thompson. Minnesota is going to be a problem in the future as they are building something special with Kevin Love, Kyrie Irving, J.R. Smith, and Anthony Davis. Year 3's in the books and the Thunder are showing no signs of slowing down. KD solidified himself as one of the league's absolute best, earning All-NBA first-team honors, while Russell Westbrook joined the second team with another stellar season. But perhaps the most jaw-dropping feat, for the 3rd straight year, OKC has eclipsed 70 wins, this time matching the legendary Bulls with a 72-10 record. The question now is, can this team continue their dominance in the postseason? The journey to an elusive three-peat begins now, with the Thunder looking to etch their names alongside the greatest dynasties in NBA history. In terms of stats, KD led the team in scoring, averaging 27 points, 7 rebounds, and 3 assists. James Harden was second in scoring, averaging 24 points, 5.5 rebounds, and 3 assists. And Russ was third in scoring, averaging just under 24 points, 5.5 rebounds, and 10 assists. For the 3rd straight season, the Thunder are back in the NBA Finals, and once again, they'll face the Miami Heat's Big Three. With the three-peat on the line for OKC and redemption at stake for Miami, this is the ultimate battle of dynasties. Let's see who comes out on top. As always, we're simming this one game by game, as Miami takes game 1. Miami takes game 2. Thunder bounce back for game 3. But Miami takes game 4 as they are coming for vengeance. We're simcasting game 5, and it looks like OKC is gonna squeak on by with a win, led by Rush dropping 33, 7, and 11. And it is now a 3-2 series. Let's see. We're gonna simcast the next game, and it looks like Miami is trying to end this series, and it looks like it will be the Miami Heat ending the streak and beating out the OKC Thunder, stopping their three-peat dreams to win the 2012-13 NBA championship, as the OKC Thunder have lost their very first NBA Finals. In terms of stats, the Big Three didn't really have a bad series, as KD led the team in scoring, averaging 26.5 points. Russ also had 26.5 points, and Harden had averages of just under 22 points. Heading into the 2013-14 season, OKC is determined to bounce back and reclaim their spot at the top. Can KD, Westbrook, and Harden regroup and start a new dynasty, or has the league figured them out? Let's find out. The Thunder are back with a vengeance, as KD and Russ earned All-NBA second-team honors, but the real story is that OKC is making history with a record-breaking 73-9 season. They've cemented themselves as one of the greatest teams ever, at least in the regular season. Now the only question is, can they finish the job and bring the title back to OKC? I also want to mention that James Harden just had a career year, having averages of 25 25 points, 5.5 rebounds, and 3.5 assists. And along with those numbers, he also made his very first All-Star appearance, as it's now starting to be a conversation as to who is the second best player next to KD. Despite having a historic 73-9 season, the Thunder's dream came to a shocking end. In a hard-fought Western Conference Finals, they fell in 7 games to Stephen Curry and the Warriors. After dominating the league all year, OKC now faces the offseason with questions about how to bounce back from this heartbreak. Can they regroup and claim their throne next season? Fast forward to the 2015-16 season, and Kevin Durant has finally claimed his first MVP after a dominant campaign, putting up averages of 27.5 points, 7.5 rebounds, and 3 assists. The Thunder continued their excellence with a 65-17 record, proving they're still one of the league's elite teams. With KD at his peak, can OKC turn this into another championship run? Let's find out. Despite Kevin Durant's MVP season and another strong playoff run, the Thunder's championship hopes come up in a heartbreaking Western Conference Finals in a grueling 7-game series where they fell short to the Minnesota Timberwolves, leaving OKC wondering what it will take to get back to the finals. Fast forward to the 2021-22 season, and the OKC Thunder have finally made their way back to the NBA Finals. Nearly a decade after their heartbreaking loss in 2013, KD, Russ, and James Harden are ready to reclaim their legacy, but standing in their way, the Miami Heat once again, led by a still dominant LeBron James, but now paired with his new star running mate, Trae Young. It's a clash of old rivals with a new twist. Can the Thunder finish what they started all those years ago? Let's find out. Before we sim this finals, here's a quick look at the regular season stats, as KD led the team in scoring, averaging 26.5 points, followed up by Harden averaging 22.5 and Russ averaging 21.5. I almost simmed the entire round by accident, but the Thunder are currently up 3-2 up against the Miami Heat and could possibly close this series out and win their 3rd NBA Finals. But it will be the Heat just barely beating out the Thunder in Game 6 to force the best 2 words in sports, a Game 7. We are hopping into Game 7 here. It is currently 133 apiece with a minute 22 left to go. OKC has the ball, and KD's got it in his hands right here as he's going to get it over to Russ. They are trying to get a good shot, and it's James on the drive. He's going to lay it up and in. James Harden is going to take the 2-point lead. It looks like he's got 36 points. Hold on. Before we keep it going, let's check out the stats. James has 36, KD with 30, and Russ with 18 on the other side. Trey Lyles, 25. Trae Young with 23, but I'm pretty sure he is fouled out, and so is Trey Lyles. And LeBron James, only 14 points here in a Game 7. Let's see, who are they going to go to here down the stretch? As you can see, they still have Chris Bosh on the team. And here's LeBron in the post. He's going to fade, and he's going to get it to go. LeBron James with the clutch shot off the glass. How is OKC going to respond? This has been a rivalry 4 years. Who is going to end this rivalry? And it's Harden for 3, but he can't get it to go. Oh, man, you do not get a much open shot than that. And here's LeBron James, and he gets the 3-ball to fall. LeBron James with back-to-back clutch shots as the Heat take the 3-point lead. Here comes KD. When the Thunder need a 3, who are they going to go to? Here's Kev. He's spinning. He's pulling. And he's going to miss the shot. Oh, man. Kevin Durant went for the quick 2. And they're going to send LeBron James to the free throw line. And the first one is good, you guys. That may have just lost OKC this game, as LeBron James absolutely took over here in crunch time. I think he just scored 7 straight points for the Heat. And OKC now finds themselves down 5. And here's KD in the corner with the open 3, no good. Rebound put back by Serge Ibaka. It's still a 3-point lead, but they are gonna need some missed free throws here by Bogdanovic. Let's see how he is at the line, and the first one is good. And the second one is up, and he gets that one to go. OKC has no more timeouts. They gotta get up a quick three. Here comes KD. They're taking way too much time. And he's gonna miss the three-pointer. And it looks like that may just be the game. And it will be the Miami Heat closing out the OKC Thunder in 7 games to win the 2021-22 NBA Finals, as the OKC Thunder have lost their second NBA Finals. KD led the Thunder in scoring in that Finals, as he had averages of 27 points, followed up by James Harden with 24 points and Russ with 19.5 points. And after 18 years pro for Russ and 17 years pro for James Harden, they have both officially retired. Russ was a 2-time NBA champion, 2-time Finals MVP, 13-time All-Star, and a 12-time All-NBA player. Harden was a 2-time NBA champion, 6-time All-Star, and a 1-time All-NBA player. Harden finished 17th with the most points scored all time with 28,600, while Russ was just 2 spots behind him at 19, finishing with 28,000 as well. Harden finished second with the most three-pointers made all time with 4,100. Russ finished third with the most assists all time with 12,900. Russ finished 9th with the most steals all time with 2,400. And Russ finished 11th with the most triple-doubles all time with 35. And of course, they both got their jersey retired in OKC, and they both ended up making it into the Hall of Fame. Russ's best statistical season was the 12-13 season, where he averaged 24 points, 5.5 rebounds, and just under 10 assists. And Harden's best statistical season was the 13-14 year, where he averaged 25 points, 5.5 rebounds, and 3.5 assists. And after 20 years pro at the age of 38, Kevin Durant has officially retired. KD was a 2-time NBA champion, 1-time MVP, 16-time All-Star, and a 14-time All-NBA player. KD finished 3rd with the most points scored all time with 39,800, 4th with the most field goals made all time with 13,700, 3rd with the most three-pointers made all time with 3,900, 6th with the most free throws made all time with 8,300, got his jersey retired as a member of the OKC Thunder, and of course, he ended up making it into the Hall of Fame. KD's legacy didn't change that much because he basically finished with the same accolades as he has right now, but for Harden and Russ, they did end up becoming champions, but they also didn't end up winning any MVPs. If you stuck around to the end, make sure you guys like and follow and comment down below which scenario you want to see re-simulated next.